So back in 99, there was this girl I was dating, and she went to Ball State University. And Ball State was about 45 to an hour drive away from Indy. And every weekend, I would drive up to Ball State to go spend time with her during the weekend and, then drive back home. Well, they wouldn't give me a parking pass for some reason, and I applied for one, but I just never got it. And at first, we would have to park out at the stadium because all the parking spots in front of the dorms were reserved for people that were like juniors and seniors that had parking passes and all that. So what I do is I drop my stuff off at the front of the building or the back of the building, and then go park my car. Well, I started accumulating tickets because even though I'd only be someplace about 5 minutes at the most, I'd always come down and get a parking ticket on my car. Well, I got to be, 1 year went into two, and about the second year, one of the times I came down to my car, there was a letter with the ticket that said I had accumulated probably about, I don't know, at that time it was close to $1,000, maybe 1,500 worth of parking tickets, and that if they caught me again, they were going to tow my car. So I would have to park at the Walmart there in Muncie, which was probably about a 15-minute walk, even to get to a bus that would take me onto campus, just to keep them from towing my car or get me getting tickets again. So one night I was coming home, it was a Sunday, and I was bringing all my stuff down to my car, and I'd forgotten something. So I went back up to her dorm, told her bye, and went back down to my car, and there was a boot on my car. And I'm freaking out, and, fuck, what am I going to do? I don't have all this money to pay. I don't want to pay. There are parking tickets. This is stupid. And I'm freaking out. I'm walking back and forth, and I start looking at this boot. And the boot wasn't one of the ones with the cups on it that would go over your hubcap. It was like flat, so it came out at an angle and just hooked around my car. I'm looking at this boot, and it's of course locked, and the only people that have a key are those cops. So what I do is I'm looking at this, and I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure I've got enough space between the cover and my lugs to get one of those side irons in. One of the lug wrenches that is long and curved. So I take the jack out of the back of my car, jack my car up real quick, and slide my side iron in there, and sure enough, it gets right onto the lug nuts. So I take all them lug nuts off. I take the entire tire off with the boot and all, put it in my trunk, put my spare tire that I have in my trunk on the car, four-way all the lug nuts up, and I'm out and gone. So eventually, and I go home, and I'm trying to figure out how to get this boot off of my tire. So I take all the air out of my tire, and it has just enough space between the metal part of the boot and the tire, that without the air in the tire, it slides right off. So I throw it into my trunk. And I'm driving around with this boot in my trunk for at least, I don't know, another year, because she stayed at Ball State for a year after that, and finally went to a new college, came back down to Indianapolis, and went to University of Indianapolis or IUPUI or something, but whatever. So before she gets ready to leave for Christmas break, and it's the last time that we're going to be up there, and we've already brought all her stuff down and got her credits transferred, whatever. I go over, because the cops had a station right off campus. I wrap this boot up, still locked and everything, in a Christmas present with a big bow, and I go and put it on their porch. of their front door. And, I know they've probably got cameras or whatever, but it didn't matter. I wasn't going to be back in Muncie pretty much ever again. I don't think I've been back in Muncie since. But, yeah, when I put it on the door, I rang the doorbell and took off. So, that's my story.